Can you give us a specific example of what is an inherently divisive concept that you think should not be taught in Virginia schools?
Yeah, the inherently divisive concepts are taken directly from the Civil Rights Act. And they're teaching children that they're inherently biased or racist because of their race or their sex or their religion. They teach that a child is guilty for sins of the past because of their race or their religion or their sex. They teach that a child is oppressed or a victim because of their race, their religion, or their sex.
What do you say to a teacher who wants to teach any one of any number of scholars who say that the condition of Black Americans today can be traced all the way back to Fort Monroe in 1619? That it's not as if every generation is just brought forth new, that there were hundreds of years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, and today is part of that.
Yeah, well, I first of all, we must step back and teach all of that. And then we have to recognize where we are today.
But you just said we shouldn't teach that because admitting the history is inherently biased. Well, to be fair, what he said we shouldn't teach is stuff that is not taught. The idea that you're all victims. By the way, he and every Republican constantly tells them that they are in fact victims of all sorts of stuff. Third grade bisexual art teachers and everything. But the idea that the class is it's just they take the white students and then they circle them with their desks and they shout cracker at them over and over is not actually being taught in schools in America. That's not really how classes go. Again, wouldn't it be novel in America to have a debate about reality, about what's actually happening? I don't think we'd be prepared as a people. Brett, what do you think?
Glenn Youngkin's argument is that white people are a victim based on the color of their skin. That's his argument. And that the people who are not white are the people victimizing the white people. At the same time, he's saying that whole dynamic is wrong to do. He's saying what he's doing in that argument is the wrong side of the argument to take. He is the pot calling the kettle a white supremacist. Like, it is so stupid. I mean, you said it all. The first thing he says isn't happening. The thing he says is happening in every classroom. That is a fictionalization of what's going on. And his solution that he put forward, his solution is the thing that happens in classrooms. So the people he's saying are the baddies are the ones who already solved it. Then you have to ask yourself, why is he mad at the solution? It's because the solution that he puts forward at the end makes people aware of structural racism, of the history of oppression. So his solution is to be woke. The original definition of woke.
Seem a bit woke. It seems
that's just the definition of the original definition of being woke, is being aware of systematic racism and oppression.
That's it. That's it. Doesn't mean that you as a third grader are responsible for it. It does mean you should be aware of it.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.